And Dan, I've got to say, a picture of health and vitality in front of us. Are you the man really to sort of be doing Menkind?
Well, so I thought myself, actually, yeah. I think it's one of those things that is to draw to people's attentions. You know, no matter how healthy you feel on the outside, there can be things going on inside, and it's important to make sure you take the opportunities to have those checks done, which are free, most of them. Because you don't know there's any problems until it's almost too late at times. So I think it's a case for everybody. You might be somebody who's suffering from symptoms, but people, you know, you do check your car every time you go on a long journey. You should be checking yourself out occasionally as well.
So how is Menkind going to work then? Tell us a little more.
Well, it's working between the ages of 40 and 74, and for me, it was a bit of a moment to know I'm actually in that bracket now. It's a bit, so
you don't look it, don't worry.
So for me, it was a realisation, and you know, I've had a pretty tough 6 months. I lost my mum to a brain hemorrhage in February. My brother had a stroke not long after that, and it sort of alerted me to myself. Like, I'm now 43, and actually things can happen when you least expect it. My brother was a healthy guy. My mum was very healthy, and something out of the blue unfortunately happened. So it's important, I think, especially for men, to go and see your doctors and take the opportunity and the offers that are out there to get those checks done.
You've talked about mental health in the past, I know, and actually sort of the talking bit again, it keeps on coming back to this, doesn't it, that actually men are particularly bad at doing it.
Yeah, we live in a stressful world, don't we? You know, we're kind of victims of our own success in terms of providing for our kids, and we all want to do the best we can, so we stress ourselves out, we work really hard to make those things happen, and actually, you know, sometimes you've got to sit back and take a little look at yourself, because the last thing you want is to be in a position where your kids and your grandkids have not got their granddad or their parents around to see you.
So why is it that you think perhaps that this message that we hear a lot isn't perhaps getting through then?
I think it's really surprised me. When I played football, we had doctors with us all the time in the changing rooms, in the training ground, during matches. So we wouldn't think twice about bending over in front of them and saying, "Can you check out a pimple on my bottom?" or something like that. You know, it's second nature for us. But then when I came out of football, I realised actually men generally don't go to the doctors. And I sort of think of it, is it an inconvenience? I don't want to inconvenience the doctors. People use that as an excuse quite a bit. Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's just life's so busy. And if something happens to a man, I think they just generally kind of think, oh, I'll be all right in a couple of weeks. So I take some paracetamol and all of a sudden it can be a little bit too late.
It's going over 10 months. We're going to follow you throughout that 10-month period. Look forward to seeing that and seeing the progress as well. But for today, thank you very much indeed for coming in.
My pleasure.